All right, hey guys, Luke here, and today I'm joined by Shawn from 3283R Black Rabbit. What's up, Shawn?
Yeah, hi guys. I'm Shawn from Team 3280R Black Rabbit.
Yeah, and no, we just today wanted to do a quick interview with him and kind of just talk about his robot. So previously, we did film a video already, but like huge mistake on my part when I was editing it, I accidentally like forgot to rename the file, so overwrote the original file and corrupted the files. But so we're just gonna like do a quick interview this time. So can you tell me a little bit about like where your team is from?
Yeah, our are from Xi'an, China, and yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, tell me a little bit about like how competitions are there before we move on to like your robot and stuff.
I'll say that in China, most of the team also do the Lady Brown bot,
Yeah.
and we really focus on the voltage, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I see a lot of yeah.
Even
Mm-hmm.
even important than the positive corner.
Yeah, I see a big disparity, like a big difference between China matches and the matches in the U.S. where like you see a lot more uh, wall stick play, like a lot more wall sticks being filled in the matches from China. Because a lot of times I feel like in the matches from the U.S., like with the amount of defense there is, sometimes the wall sticks are like barely filled at all. Like sometimes there's like two rings on the wall sticks.
Yeah, since some Chinese teams thinks it's not possible to steal the positive corner when the other team defends at the positive corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to kind of your robot. So looking at this, I mean, this is your previous design, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, it looks like a pretty nice, a pretty good Lady Brown bot. Can you tell me a little bit about the robot?
yeah. This little brown ball is a 450 RPM drivetrain
Oh,
and a really normal intake, but I add a rotor at the bottom of the intake,
oh yeah. Let me see if I
which
can find
is
it.
120 RPM.
Yeah, there's
I
a.
don't know if
Mhm.
you can see it. Yeah,
But yeah.
I think it's really helpful for the intake.
Mm-hmm.
And and Go Rush Mac at the left of the bot. Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah. So what do you think about
Also,
like
yeah,
tier threes? Like do you think there's gonna be a lot of them at Worlds, and do you think how do you think they're gonna play in the meta?
also like ball maybe half of the bot will be the Lady Brown and maybe only 25% will be the tier 3 handbot.
Yeah, that'll still be a lot though. 25% of 800 is still 200 teams. That is still like I feel like that's
Mm,
still a
but
lot
I think only like about five teams
per
have
div.
tier 3 handball in a division.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, so more like 50 teams overall.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do you think like if do you think people will have quick, like reliable and efficient ones?
Mm, I don't really think so since some videos on YouTube shows the tier 3 hand, but most of them are too slow or not reliable.
Yeah. Do you know like any like good teams in China that are doing tier threes?
Yeah, I think most of the Chinese team are doing tier 3 hand right now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Most of them. That's very that's pretty
Yeah,
scary. Yeah.
I think
Mm-hmm.
most of them are doing a tier 3 handball with a Lady Brown. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Because I know a lot of teams in China tend to be more safe with what they do, so they like don't really want like doing like super complicated or risky designs, right?
Yeah.
What do you think is the difference here? Why do you think they're choosing to be more risky this year?
Mm, I think maybe they just want to make sure their bot right now are how to say it, good enough to or reliable enough to compete for the role.
Yeah, but why would they risk doing a tier 3 if they want to be more reliable? Do you get what I'm saying?
Most of the Chinese team have a lot of team members,
Mm-hmm.
so they can do a
Prototype, yeah.
teamwork. Some of them, yeah, some of them just keep the old bot,
Mm-hmm.
and
I see.
some of the other people, yeah, they design a new tier three hand bot.
Yeah, because I
So
know.
if their design is not reliable, maybe they can just change it to the old one.
Yeah, because I know for the U.S. teams, like if you don't like if you want to do a design, you kind of have to like focus your whole team on doing it, and you won't be able to like really switch off. So it's taking a big risk.
Yeah, I think maybe the US team should add more team members to their team so they can do more works at a short period. I
Mm-hmm.
think.
Yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing these like what is that? Is that like a omni wheel
Mhm.
rollers?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
on
that's
the wheel rollers.
yeah. Can you tell me a bit about that?
I think it's easy to fix them. I think because I use the zip tile and these rollers, so I can easily adapt their hardness or
Mm-hmm.
it just hold the ring to make sure it do not fall down.
Yeah.
But the mesh is I think I don't use that is because I have a Mac at the back of the arm. You can
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, I can see it right here, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So I mean,
yeah.
this is honestly,
So
I really like this. Yeah.
I need to push the ring off. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's if you take a look at that, I think yeah, you can see like there's like a little arm here that's attached to a string. So whenever
yeah,
the lay band raises, the arm folds up, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. And what else do you think is unique and like what you say you recommend doing on the robot?
I'll say maybe it's a hand.
The hang? Yeah, I see how you have like this
Yeah,
custom CNC where laser cut part where it's slides on the screw and you're able to have a
yeah,
very nice hard stop for it.
yeah.
Yeah.
We first see this from Extra P,
Mm-hmm. I see.
and you can see there's a standoff on the hand. So so when we put this on, we can hand with a really high speed.
Yeah, you can
So
go
you don't
back
need
into it really
to
quickly.
slow down. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's all I think is my unique bot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. And on the back here, I see you have these spacers as aligners. Is that right?
Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, it's really cool. Yeah, and you have these custom license plates too. So, we were talking last time actually about like how you guys are able to work so efficiently, and you kind of mentioned that you spend a lot of the time catting. Can you tell me about that?
yeah, yeah. I use Fusion 360 catting the bot,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the first thing you need to do when you design a bot is to choose a right drivetrain.
Right. Yeah. And also,
And
yeah. Go ahead.
Then you can test maybe the hook and the intake position.
Right.
Make sure the intake is not too backward, so you cannot intake the ring at the corner.
Mm-hmm. And I think more stuff is like we were talking about last time about how much time you guys spent on robotics, and I was kind of surprised because you guys spent a lot less time than like teams in America do. You said
Yeah,
like how many hours? Like 8 4 hours a week.
yeah,
Yeah, so that's like pretty impressive because I know a lot of teams here that's been like people that's been like 10, 15, 20 hours a week. And I'm like, okay, so that's definitely, like you guys are definitely working more efficient. I think a lot of that just comes into spending more time caddying and less time building, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And the teamwork is really important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think that's about all we have for today. Thank you for joining us, Shawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.